So I kind of gave myself a New Year's resolution to be more open about who I am, what I am, and why I am. I know so far I have a handful of videos. I'm not really gonna stop. I know I'm awkward. I know I'm so awkward, but I'm not even I'm not like gonna record all these videos at one point in time. Like it's not full steams ahead and it's not me stopping. I'm gonna keep posting videos about my journey, about my adventure, about my transition. Because I'm still early in my transition. Obviously, you can tell, obviously. No makeup. I know I look bad. Officially, I started hormones in fall last year, 2018. I almost forgot what year we are right now. Uh, but in spring, I was self medicating. Shh. For people who have like dysphoria or are trans and are unable to get hormones, usually they self medicate, they do things to their body to appear more of their gender or lack of gender or to be both genders. They do things that will reflect on the outside to be perceived by everyone else what they feel on the inside. So for me, it was femininity. I wanted to be more feminine. During the summer, during the spring, I lost a lot of weight, and as well, I was taking supplements. Some of these supplements, hit and miss. You're always going to hear your mileage may vary. Your mileage may vary if you do this. Mileage may vary if you take injections. Um, Implant works better. Patch works better. Sublingual works better. Under the tongue works better. I've heard all of it. I've done um, multiple versions of estrogen, um, multiple herbal concoctions. So this is gonna be my experience with this. Beginning of the year, I did supplements. One of them, because I had really short hair last year. Like usually when Mexicans have short hair and they don't style it, it gets like puffy or poofy, or at least for me, that's what happened. Like it was like um, high and tight, 1 and 2. That's usually how I would do my hair before. So, and my skin was always breaking out. It just felt nasty. My skin was rough, dry, wasn't elastic. It just didn't feel feminine. And so I took biotin. I've taken biotin in the past, especially when I used to donate my hair a lot. Because for me, mileage may vary. Mileage may vary. For me, it helped my hair grow quicker, which it did. My hair grew quicker. Um, it's stronger than what it was, and it's like has a better and healthier sheen to it. Or at least that's what I noticed when I was taking biotin. And I the job at the time I had a job, had Amazon Prime, and so I was like, if my estimate is to wait 1 year for a fucking letter for me to get actual hormones, I'll just take my own. So I did. I got Puraria Mirifica. Puraria Mirifica. Um, your mileage may vary. Your mileage may vary. For me, it worked partially. Partially. Um, it made my chest tender. Like I knew stuff was happening because it made my chest tender, and I felt it grow after several months. I think it was after 6 months. I actually felt a chest. So I actually grew from like not biceps, like actual pecs, like muscular pecs, to a decent A cup, if that makes any sense. It was before it was masculine. It was like it was firm. Yes, there was a little bit of fat, but it was mostly muscle. And then when I started taking these pills, I noticed some of the muscle was actually going away, and it became mostly fat. Nipples grew a little bit, and I was hoping for hips, but my ass got a little bigger. So that was a nice surprise. That was amazing. That was awesome. But after a while, I got bored of it, taking X amount of pills, X amount of days, stopping and then getting back on it, and then like you had to cycle it, and it didn't feel genuine. So I stopped taking it. I have an extra bottle which is still not opened. So I stopped taking it, and I got on the good stuff. Like early September. No, July. Sometime around there, I was given the prescription. I was given my holy grail. I was validated by all these doctors and therapists and clinics. And after I got my letter, it was more waiting for my actual endocrinologist and OBGYN. There was one that specialized in gender medicine, and he had a wait list. So like, no, I'll go to the next city over, 2 hours away, just so I can get my prescription. Got my first prescription for estrogen, and I cried. I cried all the way there because, again, it was that validation of waiting almost 30 years to be on the path that I know I was supposed to be on. Like all the bullshit, all the delays, all the aggression and depression and anxieties for that brief moment went away. It was pure euphoria. Yes, I was still guyish looking. Like, obviously, I'm still guyish looking now. But I was like, I had shorter hair. It was short and like fuzzy, and just, it was all sorts of bad. But I got I got my first subscription of Depo Estradiol. Now, I followed what a lot of people are suggesting online. Do shots because they're quicker. You get somewhat instant results. It's less of a pain because you take a shot every week or every 2 weeks. That was nice, but I have a fear of needles. So I took this one out. I don't know if I can take it out though. I have a big fear of needles. This is the needle that will actually draw the medicine out. It's a larger gauge. And what you had to do, which I don't want to ruin this. Do I have an extra? I have an extra. This video may get taken down. Fuck it. So what you had to do is loosen it up, get all the air in it up to what you're supposed to. For whatever purposes, I'm going down to 2. That's not, or at least for me, that wasn't a legitimate serving. It wasn't a legitimate measurement. So I'm just bullshitting it. I'm not going to give out milligrams, milliliters, how many. I'm not giving out dosages. Because what I had to do to get liquid gold into my body, you have to fill it up with air, puncture at the injection, at the good stuff. Sometimes it can be a cork, sometimes it can be rubber, latex, whatever. Puncture it, press all the air in. Once you push air in, you're gonna feel a lot of resistance. You'll feel a lot of resistance. Once you're done, you're gonna feel the needle actually give back. All that pressure buildup is coming down. So once you filled it up with air, that pressure, I had to bring it down to the actual oil, because depoestradiol is an oil. It's thick, extra C. And then it would actually fill up with the oil. It will take some time. Sometimes you have to force it a little bit, but mostly it will fill up automatically. And then you tap it, make sure all the air bubbles are out. Usually the air bubbles will show up. It will fill up in this little coupler area. Now you can give a little squeeze, and you can see the bubble with the air bubbles. Once you do that, why am I doing this? Once you do that, you usually have another needle, your actual injection needle that they gave you. For the longest time, they gave me this one. It wasn't the one needed for injections. It's thin, but it's not that thin. They gave me the wrong needle. It's a safety needle, but put in your injection needle. There's different parts of your body that you're supposed to inject in, mostly muscle, because that's where your body absorbs it better, but at a delayed rate. Because you don't want to hit an artery, because that will fuck your shit up. You don't want to hit it in fat, because your body will not completely absorb it all the way. So you want it in muscle, where it will actually circulate throughout your body. Now, FYI, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a specialist. I'm just sharing my experiences. My knowledge to people out here, maybe you don't have the resources. Maybe you don't have the strength to talk to other people about this. Maybe your only options are websites online that cater to trans people. So I'm giving my insight on this. Injections for me were on the leg, in the leg, thigh area. So let's see. The thigh is very, very muscular. So what I had to do is I had to flex, actually see where the muscle is at. At that time, it was hard for me to actually stick myself with the needle. So I actually had to draw a circle, make sure I'm not hitting any type of veins, make sure everything's good. But usual injection area is this long, big, muscular tissue. Sometimes people can do it in the back of their leg, but it's hard and it's more sensitive. Usually right here doesn't have a lot of, yes, you're going to have nerves. I hit a nerve several times, but it's easier. There's also people that will do it in the butt. So it's all about hitting a muscle. Once you get it in, for the love of God, don't push all the way up. Do not push all the way up. Like, don't force it. That's gonna hurt and feel awkward, and you may have stuff like seep back out. My experience of self-injecting was stick yourself and go slowly, because it is a thick oil. Well, you don't have to go this slow. I did, because I would close my eyes and just like, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God, no, and done. So it does take time for it to actually get out of the needle, and depending on how big the needle is, will determine how long it will take and how much golden, what did I call it? How much gold you have. Can't believe I used to put that much in me. God, that's a little much. So I'm gonna throw this away now. Actually, no. Dispose of your needles properly. Put them in a medical waste container, and once you're done, once you have a big batch of them, please recycle them at a local pharmacy. Sometimes pharmacies can give you money back. Sometimes they can give you a discount. Sometimes they can give you free needles. So that's my piece on that. I did get a couple of dollars back in a discount for my needles when next time my estradiol came up. So be respectful for your waste whenever you do this as well. You don't want to throw any bloody like medical wipes or any bloody band-aids away. You want to make sure you dispose of them properly. So this was my Depo estradiol. It's cute. It's pink. And it came in that little bottle that I showed. If I can get it out again. So it's cute. It's quaint. I have several of these. This actually has partial of what I'm supposed to take because I chickened out a lot. And I got really upset with myself. I got really bad dysphoria. And that's when I actually stopped taking estrogen for like a week. And I was just so so emotional, and I think I was going through a breakup as well. But I was only prescribed this. Only prescribed this. I wasn't prescribed any AA, anti 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 anti-androgen. Basically a T blocker. I was not given a T blocker because my endocrinologist wanted to see how my body would react with the introduction of estrogen. There are instances where there are instances when you have another hormone introduced, it will counterweight your default hormone. For me, it did lower my T levels. Not a lot, but it did suppress some male attributes, mostly skin, less hair, grease and oil that my body's producing, body odor, and it gave me better clarity. So it helped with my mentality and my thought process. Now, mileage may vary. Your mileage may vary. For me, for the first 2 months, I think I was on estrogen for 2 months before I got on a T blocker. It made me foggy. I would forget everything, especially at work. I would forget my work badge at home. I would forget that I was supposed to talk to someone. I'd forget I'm working on this issue or that issue. I was very, very forgetful. Yes, in the long run, it did help with my mental clarity, my disposition in life, how I thought of everything. It made me a happier person. With usually, whenever someone comes out as trans and they're unhappy with themselves, doctors will see that for depression for getting, dysphoria. They would see that dysphoria as actual depression, and they would try to prescribe medication for that. Which, if you go on medication for anxiety, depression, stuff like that, more power to you. For me, it wasn't a thing because it's my personal belief for me to take on my hardships, adapt and overcome. Hooyah. To face all my challenges. And if I have a mental episode, I'll have a mental episode. It's not going to change who I am. I'm not going to spend all this money for medicine that can change my personality. I'm weird. I'm quirky. I'm fucking awkward. I can be funny though. So I don't want to lose that. What was I saying? I was on estrogen for 2 months. Then after my Disneyland trip, I went to Gay Days in Anaheim. I went like 3,000 miles just to drive there. 2 weeks off. And during that time, I was prescribed what is it called? Okay, I was prescribed estradiol, not depo estradiol, but estradiol is what a lot of people see nowadays. It's the little green bluish pill with the B on it. Beats by Dad. I call them Beats by Dad because they have the little Beats by Dre symbol. Beats by Dad. So I would take this without being on an AA or a T blocker because I knew that being on spironolactone, it'll make you want to use the bathroom a lot. I wanted to enjoy my vacation, so I didn't want to drive I didn't want to drive a couple mile or like 100 miles, and then go to the bathroom, another 100 miles, go to the bathroom. I didn't want to make frequent stops, and I didn't want to use the bathroom a lot in public places because I wasn't, I'm still not, but I wasn't very passing. So I didn't want to run into those people that like, what are you doing in this bathroom? I'm going to call the cops on you, rah, 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 rah. So I wanted to avoid that. After my trip, though, I got on spironolactone. I don't have my pills here because I leave them at work, because I take them at work. It's a weird, it's a weird thing. I know. It's a little beige, orange. Like, let's say this color. It's like this color. What is this for? Oh, it's for eyes. It's like this color. It's a circle, has a line through it, some numbers. I don't know what they are, but I take that with my estradiol now, and I've been noticing a big difference. One being, I've gained a lot of weight. I've gained so much weight. Two being, I gained a lot of breast. I gained a lot of breast. I'm not complaining. Also, I gained some booty. Gained a lot of booty. I'm not complaining. It's just, I need to chill out on eating, but it's that craving. It's that craving of, oh my God. Salt. I'm craving salty foods all the fucking time. Today I had maybe about 3 pickles. So good. But during my time on these different medications, I noticed the best thing that worked for me were the pills. Yes, the pills, it was the time where I introduced spironolactone, and it changed a lot. Like, I know I have a fat face, but I can tell that it changed my face. I don't look like the angry person I used to be. When I first started on my depo estradiol, the injections, my breasts, they were very tender. Super tender. And at the end of, like, before my injection day, I would get very irritable because my body was shifting from all this estrogen to estrogen down here with this testosterone still in me. And I would just be waking up in a hot sweat. I would just be getting like super hot during the weekends because my injection day was on a Monday, and usually like Monday at night. So usually Mondays are our busiest days at work, and I just yell at people like, "Oh my God, you're dumb!" I would yell at people. Then Tuesdays were better, Wednesdays were so much better, and then Sunday and Monday would come, and I'd be angry. And I did my injection once every week. I'm glad that I took it because it made me realize estrogen feels right to me. It made me realize that I need to get used to hormone fluctuations because I had my period a couple of times. I know, oh, you have male parts, you can't get periods, rah. Emotionally, well, physically as well, we can still get periods. We can get cravings, no cramps because no uterus. We can get irritable, we can get agitated, we can like I said, craving. Oh, I'm thinking about chocolate right now. Crave things. Um, we can be tired, fatigue. It's just periods can happen with whoever. Periods are just your hormonal imbalance, and it's like having menopause. It's a hormonal imbalance. And for me, taking the shots, depo estradiol, was not my way to go. Even though I saw the highlight of all these people saying, yes, shots are the way to go, shots are amazing, get better results. To me, I was like, yes, I don't have to worry about it for the rest of the week, but I don't want to deal with the extreme highs, the extreme lows. I will take the risk of not drinking ever again. I used to drink really, really heavy, especially whiskey. Ugh. I will take the risk not drinking again to take my pills every day, several times a day. I've had my period on pills before. I want to say 2 times. Had them 2 times. And it wasn't fun. Again, I would get irritable. I would just crave chocolate and salty foods and just it does get annoying. But it comes with the territory. It really does come with the territory. And I know because estrogen is now my main hormone. Um, I'm gaining a lot of weight, and that comes again with the territory. You may gain weight. You may gain weight from cravings. Because you don't have testosterone, you don't lose fat easier. You don't gain muscle easier as well, but your fat, your muscle, it may stay. Unfortunately for me, because I was really buff way back when, I still have big arms, which I don't like. I really don't like, but that's dysphoria for you. Not much I can do about that besides putting forth the effort to change my body in healthy, healthy and sane way. I've been on hormones. I'm not going to say exactly how long I've been on hormones. Let's just say 8 months. Let's just say almost a year. I've been on hormones. No, it's not a bit. Let's say 8 months. I've been on hormones 8 months. I'm just throwing random numbers. Again, your mileage may vary. You may have, especially if you're younger, you may have quicker, faster results than me. If you're older and you have fast results, awesome. Your body is more receptive to hormone changes. You've had really awesome genes. Awesome. If it takes 2 years for breast development, that's still awesome too, because you are still doing you. You are still doing that soul discovery that every person should do. Trying to find out our real selves, our true selves. Trying to find the best version of us that we can ever be. I don't want to stop doing that. I will always strive to be the best version I can be within a reasonable manner. I'm not going to get plastic surgery. I think the most I'll ever get is like sculpture. You remove your fat here and then put your fat here. That's all I want to do. I don't want fake lips. I don't want the snip. I don't want fake boobs, plastic boobs. I know. Shocking. You don't want the snip? No. But why? Because I am not dysphoric on that. It may come as a shock, but I enjoy using what I was given. It's just the way that it is. How I identify was I thought everyone was female. I thought we were supposed to have soft skin, silky hair, nice clothes, bras, and undies. To me, I grew up with a lot of women in my household. My family was estrogen heavy. I was the only male born. And now thinking maybe it was just a fluke. I know people may say, you know, maybe God made a mistake. Maybe you're supposed to be born a woman. Maybe. I'm still going to be me. I still know who I am. I'm still going to go through the same struggles regardless. We all have our own hardships that we have to go through, our own struggles to get the magic juice or the magic pill. Yes, there will be people that are gatekeeping. There may be instances where you can't even afford these options. But there are other options as well. You know, if you can't afford the real stuff and you can't afford the fake stuff, which I don't recommend doing non-official hormones or going to a shady market. Don't. Be safe. Be absolutely safe when you introduce these foreign objects into your body. Try to be the safest as you can be. I am currently taking the risk of getting liver and kidney damage. I have a history of cirrhosis of the liver in my family because we're Native American and we love to drink. So I'm taking that risk every day. I drink water. There's water back there too. Yes, I drink energy drinks as well because Mama needs her caffeine. But that's all I drink. Be safe. Jump into your transition not with a big leap. Do not try to advance from A to M. You have to go to A, B, C, D, E. You have to take baby steps. It's not, let's say this. You're painting a picture. You can be at the outline stage. That's totally fine. Don't just add color and hope you get a masterpiece. It does take work. It does take time. And it does take a lot of practice. So many times I've tried to work with my voice and it comes out awkward, or I screech, or like my voice cracks. And so many times I've felt dysphoric in public because of that. It takes lots and lots of practice. Mannerisms. Obviously, my mannerisms right now, not the best. But again, mannerisms, and obviously if you can't fake the voice, having a deeper voice is fine and dandy as well. But for me, I want to act the part, be the part, because that's me. You know, I'm trying to make the best me. And yes, again, I got off topic. I always get off topic. This video is going to be fucking 30 minutes long like all the other ones. I don't want to get the surgery. because my personal beliefs. I'm not knocking anyone who had any bottom surgery. I'm not knocking them. You do you. I'm going to do me. This is my perspective on this. But, like, I don't understand why getting that done when I, like, after it's done, put a strap on to have sex with my partner. I rather use my own equipment. If that makes any sense, I know we got vulgar quick, but we're being open. We're being completely open here. I'm always completely open about who I am, what I am, and why I am. I hope this video gave good insights about my experiences with hormones and my projection moving forward. Yeah. It sucks having dysphoria. It really does. Because my dysphoria is not from down there. It's about my body, my face, my voice. Obviously, my voice. It's so fucking horrible. It takes practice. It takes a lot of time. Like I've been saying, it's not an instant switch the light on and boom, you look that. You are that. But you have to go through your trials to become that on the outside. If that makes any sense. I'm going to leave it at that. I'm not going to post another video this week, or maybe if I do, it's not going to be anything like this, me talking or rambling. I may do another video next week or the week after that to talk about laser caution, laser caution, laser. This will be my 7th laser session. So it's just my face. It's just mustache, sideburns, beard, neck. That's it. It hurts. It burns and it stinks. Oh, it stinks. It stinks all day. Nasty. So nasty. That's gonna be fun. I will leave it at that. I will be coming back with another video. Bye.